Hello, my darlings. How are you? A little bit of techie difficulties. Not even techie difficulties. I basically, I just had to change how I normally do a live. So we're in a different position because I bought a brand. I'll explain this quickly for anyone that's on while I'm waiting for people to join me. Hello, hello. I am here. You found me. And we're going to start in about 2 minutes. Apologies for anyone that's been waiting. So very quickly, 2022, my personal word for 2022 is health. I'm putting health at the top of my priorities. And one of the priorities was I bought this stand-up desk to make me stand up while I was on the computer. Just one little measure that I thought, okay, if I'm not sitting so much all the time at the computer, I can do some work standing. Hello. So this is the first live stream I've done with this new desk, and I just couldn't figure out the height because obviously I want to sit down while I'm doing this call. So that was the delay that I just figured out. That's not working. So I have to find a new setup for next week. Hello. Lovely to see you all joining me. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Marie. Thanks for the text, Marie. I'm going, where are you? Hi, Chilla. Hi, Muriel. Lovely to see you all here. Who else have we got? Oh, okay. These comments are a bit funny now. Hi, Ellen, Leslie, Marie, Michelle, Belinda. Lovely to see you all, ladies. So I'm going to do one overall card for just everybody that's here. And then I want you to start writing your questions into the comments. Now, sometimes the comments, the last time I did it live, it went a bit funny and they kept jumping, so I couldn't see them. So I have the computer here that if I can't read the comments, I can read them here. So I might be turning my head a little bit. Should definitely buy a stand-up. I'm loving this. I'm loving this because I'm not the tidiest person. So this is forcing me to just have a small space to work from. Look at this. Voila. Never thought you'd see the day with Aishling with one piece on it. Now I have a little bank here. What do you call it? Little bench here. Banco in Italian. I'm confused there for a minute. A little bench here with some with my angel cards and things. Yes, you can have a card, but you just need to put down a question. So when you're thinking about your question, just try to be don't go broad. Go more. Try to think of what area. So drop down into your heart and ask yourself, if I could ask Aishling and the angels anything today, you know, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What area? Is it life? Is it business? Is it career? Is it relationships? Is it health? What area is it that you really need some support on? And try to phrase that question as clearly as you possibly can. And be as specific as you can, because the more specific you are, the more specific the answer that you'll get. If you just ask me a broad question, what does the future hold? Who the fuck knows? After the 2 years that we've had, I refuse to do a yearly forecast this year. Strongly recommend you go and watch my big changes video for 2022. And that will explain my decision to not do a year forecast for this year. And I'm not doing weekly messages either. I'm going to come in and just do a monthly overview of the energy, and that's it, because oh my god, what the last 2 years predictions, and this year in particular, 2022 is such a breakout year, breakthrough year, that it's going to be interesting and changing by the minute. So go and watch that video. I will post it in the description and the comments later, so you can go and watch it. Okay, so I'm going to pick one card for everybody. Okay, I love this. So, and this is something that I come back to. So it's a message definitely for me as well. And it's in particular for spiritual business owners and light workers and earth angels, if this is you in your daily life. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours. Listen, trying too hard to please others. So hands up, hands up. If that's you, definitely me, definitely me. That's a pattern that I have struggled to get out of my whole life. And if you look at this picture, she's standing there like a little Cinderella with the mop and the pan and just, you know, getting through all the drudgery of tasks around the house. And I know we need to get stuff done. We need to keep our households in order. But I just want you to breathe. Like 2 years ago, you might have been able to do all the fucking things and juggle all the things and keep everything going and keep it all together. But we are different people now. Our priorities are different now. And we literally need more time and space to recover in between interactions, social interactions, launches if you have a business, just putting a post out there. We literally need to add in a little bit more recovery time, integration time, self-care time. It's not an option anymore. It's not a luxury that, you know, we give ourselves, you know, going to a spa day. It has to become something that supports us every single day of our lives. And 2022, we're going to really see the need for that. So we're not going to have that time if we keep doing, you know, going back to normal. What is normal? Going back to our old patterns. We've had an opportunity to drop out of those patterns in the last 2 years. And if you watch that changes video, you'll really get the concept that this year is breakthrough and break out of old habits and patterns and opting out of behaviors and situations and relationships and careers and locations. And there's going to be people moving across the globe, leaving jobs at the drop of a hat, refusing to go back to work in the old ways of working. So many more changes are going to come this year. It's a better year, it's a nicer year, but there's still going to be, you know, challenges coming. Anyway, so you're going to need, take it from me, some extra time for self-care. So I love work. I find it very difficult to have blank spaces in the calendar. And I really have to force myself to take some time. Even this morning I woke up and I've made a commitment for February to do something that takes me outside of the house 2.5 days. And it's outside of work, my normal business. And I just woke up this morning thinking, that's too much. That's me 2 years ago. That's not me now. I need to think about that again and maybe halve it, 50%. Or maybe spread out the project that I want to be involved in and do it over a longer period. So halve the hours and double the time so that I have enough time there at the end of each piece to recover, to relax, to just regain my energy and to really check in that I'm on the right path. You know, that's what it's about, that we're, instead of speeding along, hamster wheel on the treadmill, it's about stepping back and checking in with your angels, with your intuition every single day, and like, you know, where would you have me steer? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? I can't remember who gave that. I think maybe it was Gabrielle Bernstein. But there's that idea of that we're being led, but we can very quickly get caught in a hamster wheel and end up realizing that we've walked down a path that we didn't need to be walking down. So pause, reflect, take some time for yourself, ultimate self-care this year. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So I really want you to make a commitment. Even make a commitment to me now in the chat box. And just, and I don't want you to say, yes, I'm going to do it, and then just forget when you turn off this video, this live stream. I want you to just make a commitment. So for me, my commitment is to keep Friday mornings free as much as possible, which is why I'm looking at this project and going, hang on a minute, why did I give up my Fridays? So I need to renegotiate that. But for me, it's Fridays are free and Fridays are for friendship and for learning. So get out of the house, go meet a friend for coffee, or do a Zoom with a friend, or what else could I do? Go and do some learning. So go to a cafe or just get outside into nature, go for a walk, listen to some podcast, listen to a course that maybe I have a million courses that I could listen into. So just Fridays is for learning. I'm here with you on Fridays. Normally I'm with my angel lights in the angel circle on Wednesdays and sometimes Fridays, but generally I have Fridays free for me. So I'm here with you this Friday and next Friday because we are, I'll just tell you very quickly about this. So the Angel Circle is my main program. It is changing on the 1st of February from a membership to a program. The changes video explains it all, so please go and listen to that. This is the kickoff call for next week. We're having an Angel Power Angel Party, Angel and Biz Party, and it's just going to be a week of celebration. Angels, we kick off on the 17th, the full moon energy, and we move into activities, meditations, talk about business. I'm going to do 3 live streams, and that's all to just talk about these changes that I'm making in the Angel Circle. It's becoming the Angels and Biz alignment program, and there'll be opportunities to join next week if you want. So the URL to join the party, it's going to be all in this group. So if you're in this Facebook group already watching this, you're already here, you're in the right place. But I'll just give you the very long URL. My team is working to change it and make it shorter, but right for the moment, it's ashlingmooney.mykajabi.com/party. And you can get all the notifications. Monday morning, 10 o'clock, I'll be kicking off live, opening the week, calling in our angels, setting our intentions, asking for some miracles in whatever area you need them in your life. Tuesday, meet your guardian angel. Wednesday, another live session, ask your angels, life and biz. And then Thursday, a declutter and challenge, which I'm going to share a little bit with you on Monday. And then Friday, another live, we'll be closing down. So it'll be a lovely, lovely week. And that's the URL to join. Okay, my darlings, I'm going to jump into questions. If you have any questions about that, post them. I'll answer them as soon as I can. So I'll just, maybe after this live stream as well. So let me see, who have we got? As I said, for some reason, these questions are jumping. Okay, I'm going to have to use the computer. I'm going to have to use the computer just to get the questions. Sorry about this, my darlings. It'll just take me a moment. I'm going to be here with you for an hour. So thank you everybody for posting your questions. You're very good. Let me know, yes, in the comments, if you're coming on to the party next week, and also let me know your commitment to self-care. So mine is to keep as much as possible Friday clear for learning and for fun. And I have some other things in there as well. I'm going to try, usually do my best to walk for an hour every morning, get out into nature. But I'd love to hear what you are doing for your self-care. What little commitment, what little tiny action that you're doing. I would love to hear in the comments. Okay, so 37 comments. Hopefully I'm going to be able to find the questions. I don't know why this is so, it was very difficult the last time as well. Grania is saying, ear infection, so permission to rest most of the week. Yes, my darling, permission to rest. I'm going to give you a card. Let me see, sleeping more. Okay, Grania, my darling, the Queen of Raphael, kind, understanding, giving and psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. And it's just confirming, Grania, that permission to rest, not just for this week, but permission to rest for 2022 whenever you need it. If you're a light worker, if you are in business and you are dealing with the public, there's big work to be doing this year. It's a completion year of 3. There's big work for us to do this year. If you haven't got your business online yet, if you haven't added that element in some way, you've got to get on the bandwagon, because that has to be part of your business model going forward. And this is the moment to jump on this fairly new, I mean, I've been doing it for years, and I know a lot of other people have been doing it for years, but in terms of en masse, it is still fairly new. So it's really important to get online and just to simplify ways that you can reach your community in ways that don't take as much energy, but you can reach more people, like live streams, like Zoom calls and Zoom group coaching, and creating a course and putting it out there and then just doing the advertising for it. So stuff like that. But this is a beautiful, beautiful card, and you're just being reminded, Grania, that play is one of the key words for you this year. So, you know, follow your heart, a love of family and home, trustworthy psychic information. You've been getting a lot of hits as well. I woke up this morning from a dream with 2 pieces of really interesting information. So, you know, watch out for your dreams. I was going to post that in the Angel Lights group, in the Angel Circle this morning, just explain, you know, asking people to look out for your dreams. There's a lot of learning, a lot of happening. I've had a full night's sleep and I feel a little bit tired still this morning. So that just tells me, after waking up from those dreams, that I've done a lot of work last night, a lot of psychic work with my angels, and a lot of learning. So just watch out for that. Make sure that you allow for that as well, so that you get extra sleep when you need it. But there's a big element of play. This beautiful card, Louise Hay. This is the image of Louise Hay in the card. And it's the Queen of Raphael, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love, the Queen of Hearts. And there's 2 dolphins jumping around there having a great time. So there's a wonderful element of play that you just would be really helpful for you to integrate, to bring more of into your life in 2022, Grania. So I hope that's useful. I'm having difficulties finding the questions. Oh, here we go. Kiva. I'd love a card, please, for guidance for the next few months and next steps, please, if you have time. Kiva, can you just write in the comments, next steps in what? Is that in business? Is that in your life, in your relationships, in your career? Just give me a little bit more specifics. You know, that's still broad, but just give me a little bit of an area about where you're asking this question from, you know, because that's quite, what's my next steps in moving house? What's my next steps in changing careers? What's my next steps in my spiritual business? If you could just take a moment to fill me in a little bit, I can answer that question more deeply. So Belinda says, I'd like to add to my question about choosing between portraiture and seascapes. How this best will bring light to others, please. My angel is David, I believe. Love that. Belinda, go and Google David. David is one of the 12 tribes of Israel, so it's a very, very ancient, line of angels. And that would tell me that this isn't your first rodeo either, that you, your soul, it dates back thousands of years, but definitely that you were probably alive in the time of Jesus, alive at that time. I'm not Christian, so, you know, I was reared as a Roman Catholic, but my religion now is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I don't class myself as a Christian or a Catholic anymore, but more of a person on a spiritual path, trying to bring more love into my own life and on the earth in my work. So, but just, you know, we do have these incredible people, incredible beings throughout history and within religions. But I just want to say that you, it's very likely that you've had a very transformative past life around the time of Jesus. So that's just one piece coming in. Belinda, but there's the question that you're asking is about your artwork and how, so go and Google David and come back to us with some information on that throughout the next week. Hopefully you're going to be with us for the week, the angel party, and we'll be talking more about names and angels on Tuesday morning when I share your guardian angel meditation. But the question that you asked is around your artwork and should you do portraitures or seascapes. Now, the simple answer to that is you don't have to do either or. I didn't see the full question because I can't see the comments to go back to see the exact question, but you don't have to do either or. You can totally tune into which brings you the most joy right now, because both take a lot of time, both have their own pros and cons. I know from studying art way back, I went to college and study art, and I just actually brought pieces of my portfolio back from Ireland to Italy in the last week. I'm showing my kids some old paintings and life drawings I did. So I know a little bit about art and have studied a little bit about it. Both seascapes and life drawing portraiture have their pros and their cons, and I can tell you now, if I had to choose one of those, I can do both if I wanted to. But if I had to choose one in terms of what one I really love, I love life drawing. I love the human body. I love drawing people. I love all of that. That was my favorite. I got one of my top marks across all of my subjects in art. So that, I know that that's my favorite. So Belinda, I want you to think about what is your favorite. Maybe you like both equally. Maybe you have artistic splurges where you, you know, for a few weeks you're doing nothing but landscapes or seascapes. And then for a few weeks you're doing nothing but portraits and life drawings. So the angels are, it's fine. You get to choose. This is your life. You're in the commanding seat. You're in the driver's seat of your life. So having said that, the card that's come through for you is the Chariot card, and it's Archangel Metatron. Determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledge of success by others. So if you look at this card, I would ask you, what is the destination that you want to arrive at in terms of your art or your spiritual work or your work, your purpose? Because in this card we have Metatron, and the chariot that he is riding, I don't know if you can see it in this card, is being pulled by two horses, black and white. So the landscapes, the seascapes, and the portraiture and the life drawing, it's been pulled by the two. So you can totally use these two in your life. The only thing that I would say is to bring more of a spiritual element into your work. And by that I mean that you can maybe your art is your meditation, but maybe you could, I did this, I had a period of this when I was painting orbs years ago. And what I would do is literally sit down with a canvas and with paints in front. I didn't even use brushes. It was just paint squirted onto the canvas and then tissue and newspaper just to bring the colors around. And it was very, very intuitive, and I had no plan. And it was okay, we need some white here, right? Where does that want to go? And we need some blue here, and we need some gold, and this needs to be blank. And it was very, very intuitive, and not all of them, you know, definitely not all of them are masterpieces, but there were one or two that you were just I would stand back and go, oh my God, there was no plan to that, but now I can see, like one painting when I stood back from it, and over the months, it taught me so much about my own journey, around conceiving and fertility. I struggled with that. I struggled with conceiving my 2 kids, and thank God I have them. And, you know, one of those paintings really supported me through a journey of just understanding and healing through that. So there was no rhyme or reason to it. So you can do something like that by adding a spiritual element to your artwork, or you can also follow this urge to maybe draw different things. It could be that you have this beautiful seascape and then suddenly you find yourself drawing a symbol in the sun, or maybe adding more gold. You might be like, oh my God, suddenly all my paintings, I'm in my gold period and everything needs to be gold because it's one of the highest colors of transmutation and it transmutes all negativity. So what I'm trying to say is that success is inevitable in any business, in any endeavor, once you get the proper marketing knowledge, business knowledge, coaching, whatever it is that you need to create a business. But the actual activity, the gift that you're giving to the world is yours. You can choose how you want that out there. You don't have to choose one or the other. You can choose one for now. You can choose both. You can choose to add in different elements, or you can choose to add in a more of a spiritual element into your work if you're not already doing that. So I hope that that is useful. I would also recommend that you go and Google, the Merkaba. If you want to join us in the Angel Circle this week, I'll post the link for that at the end of this video. You can join at the current rate before things go up on the 1st. We have a million videos in there, and we have a whole module dedicated just to Metatron and connecting in with this energy of this incredible angel. And you could just decide, okay, that's my meditation that I do before my art and before I start work on art. So hope that's useful. But the Merkaba is something that I would, if I was you, I would explore a little bit, and I would explore the energy of Metatron a little bit. Metatron is here for spiritual teachers, leaders. So I hope that was, give me some feedback and let me know how that's resonating with you, my darling. Okay, so Niamh Burke, Happy New Year, experiencing a lot of new spiritual moments. Ooh, I feel sometimes I'm on a different timeline to what's going on around me. I would love if you were drawn to me and a card, please. Okay, Belinda, that's making sense. Wonderful, love that, thank you. Okay, so Niamh, my darling, so, okay, so isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that the gift of COVID? Forcing us back inside, into ourselves. I said that this week. I texted a friend and I said, thank you, COVID. You know, we were quarantined over Christmas, and the 10 days at home because one of us had tested positive and no symptoms. So thankfully it was a nice experience, but we got to stay at home. And even Christmas Day, which I never imagined that I would have a Christmas Day at home, would be so enjoyable. But this experience over the last 2 years has turned everything on its head. So I want you just to give yourself a pat on the back, Niamh, and just allow that gratitude muscle to really grow. That, what a gift. What a gift. This is, Jesus, it's so important right now that we have this spiritual life. We can just go about life as normal. You know, I still have to do the cooking and the cleaning and the, you know, helping my kids with homework and the shopping, and, you know, share that with my husband, all of the tasks and chores with the house, we share that. But we still have to run this house and manage the emotions of everybody here. And I have a business and he has work. So we're managing all of these things. And that is one foot that we have in the physical life, keeping things going, making sure everybody gets fed and has enough sleep and is washed. In the case of my kids, take a shower. But then we also have this other world, and if we're too busy with the day, if we're too busy with our technology, you know, responding to emails all the time, multitasking, which I'm putting my hand up, I do it, and there's no space. I actually had one day in bed this week. I wasn't feeling well at the beginning of the week. I think it was Monday, I can't remember. And I had one day and I just stayed in bed for the whole day. Then I think, yeah, it was Monday, because the 11th was the next day, 11th of January. And I had one day totally in bed, and I got up the next day on the Tuesday and recorded a video for these big changes that were coming. So literally that pause, that moment in bed that I gave myself, allowed this massive download to come through about the big changes that were coming forward for 2022. And that was the video that I recorded and that I shared, and that has been watched 3 times more than any of my other videos in the last year. So it's obviously resonating with people, and obviously supporting some of you out there. If you haven't watched it, I'll post a link and you can grab that and watch it. So it's wonderful that you have this, Niamh, and it's okay that you have this, it feels like a double timeline. So I would say come and join us in the Angel Circle if you're not already in there. Try it out for a month. See if it could support you, give you the idea behind the circle, which will become the alignment program next month, is that it's a space where we can come and explore this spiritual side of our lives and literally give it space to be, for some downloads to come through, to be in company with others that may be behind us on the path or further along on the path, that we can support or get support from, so that we can say, I had this dream, you know, I'm having these spiritual moments. I shared in our group a few months ago, it was actually probably way back, I don't know when the season of cherry blossoms is, but I shared in our group that for about a week I fell magically in love with a cherry blossom tree, and the ecstasy and the joy that I experienced walking by that tree in full bloom every single day was a complete spiritual experience. It was an out-of-body experience, and it was on a day when I left the phone at home and wasn't listening to a podcast and wasn't walking fast, getting in my steps. It was a day where I just said, you know, tuned in, and it was like, I just need to listen to my own thoughts today, and I just need to take it easy. I still walk, but it's going to be an easy one. And stepped outside, went down the road and saw this magnificent tree that I probably wouldn't have seen if I was in that go, do, have to get this steps out of the way mode. So, so I hope that's useful for you, Niamh. I would say the card that's come up for you is about learning. So follow that desire to learn more about the spiritual realms. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice becomes perfect. Consider getting additional training or education. So it's this guy, quite good looking, reading a book, lots of stacks of books beside him, and this angel pointing and just sharing and pointing something out and saying, yeah, this is what I was talking to you about in your dream last night, love. So this is, it feels like a sponge period. I don't know if you've heard me say that before. I know you've been in our community a while, love. But it's a sponge period when you find yourself taking in a lot of information. Teachers might come along, you might join a community or a group, or suddenly start meditating, or decide to I want to do Reiki. I'm just saying Reiki, you might already have that, or suddenly go in some direction of some healing or some training. So you're in the sponge period, and the sponge period is literally, for me, that went on for about 2 years, where I literally found myself working in a shop. It was called the House of Astrology in Capel Street, and it was filled with spiritual books. So it was a very quiet shop, and crystals and incense, and there were tarot readers and mediums and angel cards. And I literally, I mean, even the coincidence about how I got that job, I'll share another day, but just literally went in and was working in there for the best part of 2 years and just absorbed all of this information, like literally reading book after book after book after book, learning about crystals, talking to customers. I couldn't have bought that training in a college or a training facility. I just couldn't have bought it. So that was my sponge period, where I just joined groups, I had readings, I read books, and it just naturally came my way. So just whatever is naturally coming your way right now, open yourself up to that. It could be to join us in the group and, you know, start that journey of exploration, or if you've already been in and maybe you're stepping back in again for this new phase that we're stepping into to really support you in 2022. So it's changing from a membership to an alignment program. So that is for you, my darling. So let me see. Somebody's going to Venice. I can't see who it is because the comments are going too quick. But have a ball. I was there in July. It is the most magical, wonderful, amazing place. If you're there in Venice next week, is that when we're doing the party? You can drop in and out. You can share some high vibrational photos of Venice. I celebrate my birthday in Venice, and I did a video on top of St. Mark's Cathedral. We got in and got up on top, and a panoramic view of the gondolas. Just magical place, and very good for harnessing abundance for the next 12 months. If you think about St. Mark's Cathedral, it is a place of absolute beauty. And inside there is like a mosaic. So a mosaic are like little squares of gold plated ceramic. Solid gold plated ceramic. The whole ceiling and walls are covered in this gold plated ceramic. So you literally stand in there and just feel the vibration of abundance, of elevation, of transformation. It is an incredible place. I recommend Venice to everybody. Please God, when we get back to some sort of restrictions being lifted and we can travel freely, I'm hoping by the end of 2022 at least that we can get some semblance of travel and freedom back. We can, I would love to bring a group to Venice and do a retreat here, an angel retreat. So yeah, put that on your list. So totally, if you're in Venice, come and share some photos in the group. Hi Marie, lovely to see you, love. How are you getting on? I would love to hear. I don't know why these messages don't move. So Joan is here. Raziel is my favourite angel, and I think he's the angel for this year. Yes, he is, my darling, the indigo angel, the rule breaker, and the angel of past lives and healing past lives. I always feel it's protecting me. I would love a card regarding the next few months. I'm going to start the Abundant Heart program this month, and I want to travel. Okay, so I think okay, so that's Joan. Just a quick thing that's come up is Belinda, connect. You could connect with Muriel, who's on this thread here, and an artist and a creative and a writer and an author. I don't know, you know, reach out to somebody that's doing something similar and maybe they have a different take on it. And, you know, I think Muriel really approaches her art as a spiritual experience completely. That's how I feel. I have Muriel's cards, I have pictures that she's drawn, and it's a spiritual experience to receive her work. She posted a card yesterday and I was on the verge of tears reading it. It was a spiritual experience for me. So that's coming through. might be worth you just reaching out to Muriel. Muriel, if you're up for that, reaching out to Belinda and maybe having a chat and just see what you're both doing, a bit of collaboration. Okay, so Joan, my darling. So Joan is in the Angel Circle and you're moving into the Alignment Program, and the Abundant Heart Program is included in that for no extra cost. So Joan, I can give you more guidance on that within the group, love. So don't worry. And we have coaching, we're going to have business coaching calls added in every month as well. So that will support you as you go through the Abundant Heart journey. Raziel is there, a card over the next couple of months, and I'm going to start the Abundant Heart Program. Is there travel on the horizon? So what's coming through for you, Joan, is this card is called Perspective. Archangel Shamuel. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight and dare to be different. So you're going to start this program, and normally you would start it if you are you want to set up a spiritual business. You want to create your first course or program or whatever it is, and sell that to the people that really need it and start your business journey. And that's what the Abundant Heart supports with. For anyone that's interested, you can go to aishlingmooney.com/abundant, and all the information about that program is there. But if you join the Angel Circle, you get it free. So, but what this is saying is that as well as being a container for you to explore business, it's also a deeply healing and spiritual transformational experience. In particular, the first 2 modules of that program, where they focus on your energy, the power of your name, your sacred contract. So it's a very powerful program. So my advice is to start that program, but with more of an open mind about, okay, this is a goal that I want to achieve. I want to get my first course or program or whatever out there. But I'm also open to this being deeply transformational and healing. And this card is, in the tarot, it's the Hangman. So it's literally seeing the world from a different perspective, upside down. He's literally, his angel is hanging upside down, and there's a circus tent. So it's like not taking things too seriously, not being too rigid in your expectations. You know, set your goals, set your path, set the GPS, but be open to a few meandering side streets that your angels want to bring you on to clear the past, heal some deep traumatic wounds as well. And it's just, oh my God, it's going to be an amazing experience for you. But just go in there with a bit of an open mind, and let's see how we go. And I'll be there with you to support you. That program is about 90 days, but it can be completed in 90 days, but I think I only know one person that has completed it in 90 days. Everyone else has taken a little bit longer with it, and some people it has taken a full year. So, you know, just go in there with a deep breath and lead me, angels, lead me to get the best that you need from this experience. So I hope that that's useful. So let me see, how are we doing for time? Okay, so we are here for another probably 15 minutes, so I can get in another few calls. So, okay, Neva's saying 2 years ago, 6 or 8 beautiful lights, orbs, energy appeared. Oh my God, love that. Please share that story again next week when we get the party started. Oh my God, love it, love it, love it. And then a robin. Robins are incredible creatures, messengers for your angels and for spirit. Okay. Okay, my darling. I hear you, and I'm with you, and I would strongly invite you to come and join us, Niamh, in the Angel Circle. Go and see if it's resonating. You can go to aislingmooney.com/members and you can read about it there and see if it's calling you. Keep in mind that it's going to change. Nothing that's on that page, everything there is going to continue, but there's also an extra layer of business that we're adding in next year. Okay, any more questions? 68 comments and I cannot open them. It just won't let me open them for some reason. So I'm really depending on a bit of a mishmash of whatever comes up. Sometimes a question comes up. Let me just see. Michelle is saying, come into the Angel Circle. She's been in quite a few programs over the last 10 years, but the Angel Circle is the most supportive and honest. Can't read the rest of the question. But thank you, Michelle. Michelle is one of our members. She's going to continue to stay. She's going to be with us next year. And her work is around the glory in your story. It's deeply healing, spiritual. She is a coach and she is one of our loved members in that group and comes in, and I think Michelle has a member spotlight. We have a member spotlight every month where one of our members takes the floor, and Michelle, I think, has done 2 or 3 of those at this stage and continues to give us her amazing love and support in the group. So thank you, my darling. Thanks for being here. So I just cannot see the messages. Let me see. Okay. Muriel, I've started a new type of pouring artwork the day before Christmas. Oh my God, I can't read the question. For some reason, these comments are not coming through. So Muriel, I'm going to find your question again and I'll post a card for you later, love. So anyone that asked the question that I have not answered, I will post an angel card for you before the end of next week. So from now until next Friday is our official party kickoff start, although I'll officially open it on Monday morning at 10. But there is a question here from Sheila. What actions should I take to attract at least 3 aligned coaching clients for my Mercury Retrograde coaching package? Okay, so I'm putting on my coach hat, business coach hat for a moment, Sheila, and it's, you know, when we are sharing our programs and packages to the universe, it's never really about the actual packaging, the actual thing. It's about the packaging that enables us to reach more clients, to get more clients, and to get our work into the hands of those that need it. So your question is, what can you do? You can focus on the packaging. You can focus on the title. You can focus on the wording. You can go really deep here. Sheila, I'm not sure if you have the Abundant Heart program. I think you might, I'm not sure. If not, come into the Angel Circle and you get it there, love. But for you, it's about like Mercury Retrograde coaching package. I don't know what that means. It's something about Mercury Retrograde when things go wrong. It's something about managing that energy to your benefit. I'm not exactly sure what's in it for me. So that's what your clients are thinking. What's in this for me? What is the outcome? What is the transformation? So when you are describing a package or a program, whether that's in your title or it's in the tagline that you put underneath that title, you must, 80%, you must describe the transformation that your package is going to provide. So at the moment you're describing a detail, I think, of what the program involves, which is Mercury Retrograde, but I don't know what around Mercury retrograde. What is the end result of me taking this coaching program with you? What is the end result? Will I have more success in relationships? Will I have more success in my business? Will I bring more profit into my business? Will I learn to sing? You know, despite Mercury retrograde, what is the end result? What is the transformation? And also, who is that person that this coaching package is for? Is it for business owners? Is it for mothers? Is it for parents? Is it for singers and dancers? Is it for coaches? Is it for healers? Who is that program? So, you know, really think about the name, and the name has to describe the transformation that you're going to provide. And it must, whether the name and the tagline. So if you think that you literally have 10 seconds to get the person that this program is for, you literally have 10 seconds to get their attention and to get them nodding their head and going, yes, that's for me. So if you think about, I could have called, the next program I have is the Angel Circle is changing to the Angel Circle membership. It's a membership, it's a circle, it's angels, so it's about spirituality. It's very obvious just by reading that title what that's about. Now we have Angels and Biz Alignment Program. That's what I'm changing it to. And it's like, okay, this is about angels, spirituality. It's about business, obviously spiritual business because it's spiritual. It's about angels. And it's about alignment. Okay, it's about bringing these two energies together, bringing these two aspects of our normal life and business and spirituality together. And it's a program, so it's something that I can actually take. It's a course of training or a membership you can jump in and out of. So you can see the difference in those two titles and how I literally could have come up with any sort of a fancy title, and I have done that in the past and it has still sometimes worked. But I thought, what's it about? Angels and Biz Alignment, aligning the two of them, and it's now a program. That is the fucking simplest way that I can describe this. And I'm also very, very clear on the people that I want in that group. I want people that are from beginners, discovering their own spirituality, wanting to go deeper into their intuition, learn a little bit about angels, about healing, starting to question the status quo, starting to question that there's more to life than just the daily grind. There is this whole spiritual element. Maybe they've dived in and out of it throughout their lives, but they're really ready to step onto a spiritual learning path. Right through to those that are on this path for a while and maybe have decided, okay, I've done my own healing and now I want to share that with the world. So basically it's light workers, earth angels, empaths. It's about community. It's about creating a sacred space for people to jump into. So that's what I would say is, first of all, go back to the drawing board, Sheila, get really, really clear on what the actual transformation of this program is. Come up with a title that you can explain to a baby, a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, that you can tell my 9-year-old when she reads it, she knows what this program is about. And, and then really sit down and take a half an hour today and think about, who is this person? What do they look like? What age are they? What's their financial situation? What's their marital status? Gender status? What are they doing in the world? What do they want? What is their biggest dreams? What's their biggest struggles? Really think about that person. And when you've got that and you're clear on it, then do a live stream, tell people about it, do a Q&A on your page, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I got clear on the 11th, this is what's going to happen this year. And now I'm hosting a live party for next week to just talk about this new program and see who is out there that would be a good fit to join our community. And that's what I would suggest that you do right now, Sheila. I hope that that's useful. I hope it's for anyone else in spiritual business that's looking for. And if you have anything you want to add to this conversation, that, you know, maybe you're a coach or a trainer or a light worker in business and you want to add to this, anything that I've said, please do that. But basically, your audience is out there asking, this was the mind-blowing thing for me, is asking, what's in it for me? Everybody is, our attention span is so limited. You literally have 10 seconds to get your message across to the person that really needs it. Okay, my darling, so I hope that that is useful. And I'm going to do one more. So let me just see. So just play with it, Sheila. I know you have that name now, but just go. I'm just asking you to throw it out for a moment and start from scratch again. You can totally go back to it. Take an hour today, name and person, really go deep, and you can totally come back to that name if you want to use it. But I would say throw it out for an hour and start from scratch and play. Get yourself a big blank sheet of paper and just play. Call in your angels to help you as well. Okay. Okay, so I don't know why I can't read any more questions. Let me see. Somebody asked a question there. Where am I going work-wise? Who's that now? Anne-Marie. Okay, my darling. I will pick a card for Anne-Marie. Ooh, come straight out. Okay. So Anne-Marie, where am I going work-wise? Okay. So pick two cards, my darling. So, King of Michael, I have a feeling that we might have pulled this card for you before. Maybe, I'm not sure. Anne-Marie is in the angel circle. So, King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious and respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. So there is a situation that you're in right now. It could be a conflict situation. It could be a situation where maybe someone's taking advantage of you. You're asking about work, so it might be related to work. And, you know, if you're an earth angel, we struggle with this confidence and standing up for yourself and not want to hurt other people's feelings. And if you're in a negative, an atmosphere that's strained or has tension in it, that can really affect your energy and can, it can be difficult to work in an environment like that. So, I just want to say that you're going to have some conversations in the next 3 months. So I don't know how they're going to go. I'll explain because there's another card that's popped up as well. But these are conversations that you have to stay in your integrity. You have to really get clear, do your healing work, do your self-care so that you're fully present and strong in your energy, in your aura, in your beliefs, and in your intuition is strong. Serato would be a really amazing backfire remedy for you to take right now, and also Centauri would be a wonderful remedy. Serato for clear, I know what my soul wants, and Centauri for absolutely it does not want this. No to that. No to whatever you don't want. So these would be two wonderful remedies to support you. And also, I'm always talking about walnut. Walnut would be a great remedy to just give you protection and support right now. But you're going to have some interesting conversations over the next few months. Prepare yourself for them. Get really clear on what you want the outcome to be. There are some books, wonderful books out there on negotiation. You can go and Google them and get yourself some more information around approaching challenging conversations and how to get the best outcome using your words and your posture and your being. So that's what I would say, prepare for that. Just, you know, and you can prepare for that by just having your energy strong. There's a wonderful TED video by Amy Cuddy, and it's about how body posture before interview in some test subjects affected the outcome of the interview. So go and have a look at that, different stances. The other card that came up is 4 of Ariel. When you give, you also receive, being resistant to change and extremes in how you save or spend money. So this card would say to me, it's time to budget. It's time to focus a bit on savings and investments, your retirement fund. And it could also, there's a little niggle coming in here that, little angel nudge, that these conversations, it could be that you reach the conclusion that this job is not for you, and you go and find another job with a better payment plan. That could be one result. Or it could be that you go in and you negotiate, you stand up for yourself and you say, this isn't acceptable, this is what I want to continue working here, and you get a promotion or an increase in salary that allows you to save and build up this investment portfolio, if you like. Or it could be that you are creating your get out plan, you know, that you work out what it would cost you. Lisa Nichols talks about this, the speaker and author. She said she literally worked her ass off and saved so that she would have 2 years worth of money in the bank so that she could leave her job. And she knew that she was going to be taken care of and she had enough money to pay her bills and her rent and whatever else for 2 years. So, you know, you can create a get out plan for yourself like that. I am not in the camp of saying, jump and the net will appear. In some cases that works, but I generally would more encourage people to transition from one place to another, unless it's horrendous and you have to jump. And I've jumped in my life and I don't regret any of that. But if I was to do things again, I would say you could have took a bit longer there. Didn't need to be so dramatic. And you could have really planned it out and thought about my best interest, so your best interest at this moment. So I hope that's useful. But there's a good 3-month period, Anne-Marie, that you have to just think about what's coming and how best to approach a situation so that you get the best outcome. You know, thinking positive. You know, assuming that the universe is working for you and you know, the best outcome is going to come for you. What do you need? What are your steps going forward? So make a plan, come into the angel circle, ask us for support and help. And we'll be setting up the angel buddy system in a couple of weeks again. So you'll have that check-in partner to just, you know, talk about this stuff that's come up, or come to the Heart Mastermind and come and get your, you know, get some support from somebody in the group. So that is it, my darlings. I'm going to love yous and leave yous there. I encourage you all to sign up. I'm going to give you that link again. ashlingmooney.mykajabi.com/party. I will post it in the comments after and the description. We kick off on Monday morning with our first live session, and then we have another live session on Wednesday and another one on Friday. And then I'll post videos, I'll post meditations, lots of free resources. I'll be active in that group for the week. We're going to have a great time connecting with our angels. It is always nothing but joyful and a wonderful transformation and healing experience. So I look forward to seeing you all there. And if the angel circle is calling you, the prices are going up on the 1st of February, so you can access it right now at the current level, and know that we're going to add in this whole level around spiritual business from the 1st of February. So if it's calling you, that's at ashlingmooney.com/members, and we would be thrilled to have you as part of our community of amazing angel lights. Oh, my love, have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday, darlings. Bye.